Back in October, we dropped our review for Google's new vision of their smartphones with the Pixel, well, the Pixel XL in this case. It definitely had some mixed responses, and that's mainly due to the pricing, but now, since everybody got over that, I think everybody's kind of fell in love with it. So now it's about 6 or 7 months later, and it's now my main phone, and now it's time to see, along with the monthly security updates and Android 7.1.2, how much has changed 6 months later with the Pixel XL. Across the board, I think everyone's main negative response or view of it is mainly the bland design, at least from the front. From the other angles, it has its own look or whatever, but from the front, it looks like, looks like Android version of iPhone. The 5.5-inch QHD AMOLED display has aged quite well over the few months, even sitting side by side with 2017 flagships like the G6 or the S8. It still holds its own, even though it's definitely not going to be as bright in comparison, but that would be because the newer panels support HDR and have more nits involved, but still really good. Even though the internals of the A21 processor and 4 gigs of RAM matches that of the G6, it's still lightning fast and multitasks like a champ thanks to the lightweight software. And that 3,450 milliamp battery still holds up all day, where you get light to moderate usage of close to 24 hours on a single charge. Wonderful. I remember when Google first announced the Pixel and they boasted over the high DxO rating. Everybody's like, yeah, numbers. But believe it or not, they've aged quite well, and they still continue to be very well with its f2.0 12.3 megapixel Sony sensor with phase detection, autofocus, and laser autofocus. Even the front-facing selfie camera, the f2.4 aperture and 8 megapixel, holds on really well. Actually, in some cases, performs better than the S8 and the G6, definitely the G6, but than the S8 in certain things. So you don't have to worry about the camera feeling dated merely 6 months later with 2017 stuff going on. At the time of recording this, we're currently at Android 7.1.2 Nougat, and it's still going strong. It's definitely streamlined. Snapdragon 821 processor and 4 gigs of RAM still runs buttery smooth, works like a charm, easily the best version of the software thus far. Google Assistant is still doing great things. I don't really use it that often, I'll admit, but when I do, it works about 8 times out of 10, so I can't complain. This is probably the first time I've utilized the fingerprint reader on my daily driver and actually left it on. The Pixel imprint is perfectly placed, works super fast, and I love how you can pull down notification screen in the process. So even with the 2017 flagships out, the Google Pixel can still hold its own against them and is still a worthy buy. Still have a great display, camera still holds up, and you still got all day battery life. So let us know if you picked up a Pixel or Pixel XL. Let us know how it's holding up for you. As always, thanks for watching. You could have been anywhere else, but you're here with us, and take care.